Roll Tide, everybody. I just wanted to take a moment and go through a couple of players. I think there will be impact players that have transferred into the University of Alabama prior to this season. And first, I wanted to look at Drayen Washington. He comes to us from the University of Louisiana, and he was quite a productive back down there last year. Played in 11 games for the Louisiana Raging Cajuns. What we were talking here for his career, 229 carries, 1343 on the ground. That's almost 6 yards per carry, 9 rushing touchdowns, and another 155 by air for another 2 touchdowns receiving. Scouts are calling him kind of a change of pace back, and that's kind of what we're going to need because we know Richard Young and Jamarion Miller will be carrying the load, but you never know. I would love to see the University of Alabama have 3 productive backs, with their carries. If you have 3 people that are averaging 4 to 6 yards a carry, it really doesn't matter who's running the ball, but it means if someone between those 3, if they twist their ankle, then they're ready to go. That's some film from his high school days. I didn't want to go through the whole copyright problem of getting things out of off of ESPN or wherever. So I just I never had a chance to look at him in high school, so I said, why not do that now? So, like I said, he's a change of pace back, and he makes you, he will push our RB1s to, do their best with their, and RB2 to do their best with their carries. This guy is a powerful guy from Hemp Hill, Texas. Classic 225-pound wrecking ball. Now he'll be suiting up for our ruthless running game for the University of Alabama, and I look forward to it. I just hope Ryan Grubb is able to, first of all, allow us to assert our dominance in our running game again. Let's lead with that. I'm not saying you got to have more rushing yards than pass yards, but let's lead. Let's draw that defense so close to the line of scrimmage. They just have to ignore Ryan Williams every 4 or 5 plays so the boys can get loose on the receiving side of the game. This guy is built kind of like a fire hydrant with a jetpack on him. I mean, he got that kind of frame that you better be very careful when you're approaching him because his low center of gravity, he can take your chest out. But he does a good job of absorbing contact. He's not a very tall guy. But you can see in his film, I mean, he's always been pretty fast, but he's added a lot of power over the years, even since high school. He kind of reminds you of that Maurice Jones-Drew, if you remember him back in the day with UCLA, I think, and the Jacksonville Jaguars. He's explosive. He really does a good job of getting rid of that first tackler. He has pretty good vision, and he has really good burst through the line of scrimmage. I mean, he really does a good job running downhill. So I'm hoping we're able to use him like a battering ram. I really was down when Roydell Williams left the program and went to Florida State because I was expecting him to inflict some real punishment last season. And he did not do that for us or for Florida State last season as he got injured. But we will see him soon during the first game of the season. In high school, he ran a 10.83 in the 100 meters. That's fast. Anybody that runs under 11 is very fast. In my case, anybody that runs under 13 is fast. But when you're under 11 seconds, you are in the category of very fast for somebody who doesn't really do it for a living, as far as being a track athlete. He can be probably most effective in the short game for us. And I hope we have a lot of second and shorts and third and shorts. But I'm looking forward to see how he meshes in with the team. That's going to be important going forward. I did hear some commentary about when he first came over. He had a workload expectation at the University of Louisiana, but when he got to Alabama, he realized this spring that it was very much a different place. And he has been working steadily to keep up with the guys that are already there, that have a leg up on him. So I know he's not there to just be a rotation guy, but it's a lot of competition up there. I know he probably wants to take over, but I do think this is one of the guys coming from the group of 5 schools who will be able to keep up in the mighty SEC. There are some plays where he's dragging defenders, and I think that will continue even at the level of the SEC. His positives, as I said, he has an elite burst, contact balance, track tested speed. When he did play against the Power 5 schools at the University of Louisiana, he was just as productive, which is a key. He's not very good going sideline to sideline, which I'm okay with that. I hope you are too as well. I'm not into that sideline to sideline. You need a little shiftiness, but let's just face it. If you're running from coach to coach, you're not really getting close to the end zone. He has to learn out Caleb DeBoer's pass scheme, of course, pass blocking, and where he got us to go on routes. And that'll probably be a lot faster too than he's used to. He does have 3 fumbles in his career. That's 1 a year or 1.5 a year. I don't know if is he a junior? I think he has 1 year left. So 1 a year, that's not bad, but we don't want that to increase with us. So he's a natural runner, but they got to work on his hands. So I'm sure the guys on the offensive coaching staff will work with making him a better receiver out of the backfield, or he won't play, period. Or he will not play. So, but I do think he will be a real addition to the depth chart. I think he will be someone you will see consistently, but he's going to have to work hard because he has a lot of competition behind him. You're talking about A.K. Deere. You're talking about several 4- and 5-star guys that have already been there, and it's going to be a crowded backfield. So whoever comes out there, whoever you see on that field, they are going to be some real monsters. And I think he has the experience really to make it happen. That's all I have for now. I got a couple more of these I'm going to do, but until next time, always remember, roll, tide, roll.